Hello everyone, I'm Ashwin Venkatesan. I lead product development at Apinomy, which is a product from Platformatory Labs. Apinomy's vision is to help companies unlock new revenue opportunities around data and APIs. Over the next few minutes, I'll be giving you a quick demo of Apinomy's capabilities. Interestingly, according to McKinsey, the integrated network economy is going to be worth a whopping 70 trillion by 2030. With the rapid advent of AI, digital is going to be all pervasive, and it is a no-brainer to believe that much of that value will happen through exchange of business capabilities exposed as APIs. In this race, every company is a technology company, and capabilities need to be built for a digital native state of being. This state also means that organizations will generate more data than ever before, and that intelligence mined from this data, augmented with domain-specific AI capabilities, will be the most prized asset that one will have to offer. Traditional approaches to data and API strategy are rooted in integration and fail to capture the real business potential. We believe these must be measurable against hard numbers. This is precisely what Apinomy is built to do. Enable internal, external, and third-party developers to subscribe to our APIs and data with unlimited flexibility plans designed by you. Let's give you a quick paper tour of what Apinomy does. First, Apinomy is not an API management platform by itself, but it supports the majority of API platform providers including Kong, Apigee, Envoy, AWS API Gateway, and more. It is simple enough for anyone to build a gateway plugin based on the capabilities of the gateway. Apinomy works by integrating with your gateway to do two things. Discover API, that is endpoints, which is host, routes, and even upstream services and event open APIs based on support. Then it allows you to bundle these APIs into meaningful products. Then you can create attractive usage-based billing models. General models include tiered pricing based on API call volumes, but Apinomy also allows you to define your custom service units. For example, you could define an API plan to be billed against a custom metric such as SMS API to be billed against number of messages sent, or a payment transaction to be billed against the value of the transaction. Your users can either subscribe to these products through the available rate plans from the default portal that Apinomy provisions, or you can also integrate with your own portal. Rate plans can be prepaid for a license usage quota as well. Apinomy collects logs from the gateway in near real time and aggregates these in real time to generate usage reports as well as billing to the bound of a minute. In fact, this is only a fraction of what you can achieve with Apinomy. Over and above this, you can also use Apinomy as an ecosystem platform to organize your APIs into multiple domains, products, and to govern your ecosystem at large. We believe Apinomy will be useful for a variety of data and API monetization use cases at large, but it is also usable for other concerns, such as FinOps, SaaS billing, but also as the underlying platform for a whole API marketplace. With that, we will cut over to an actual demo. Now I'm presently logged into the Apinomy app. Apinomy supports several different API management platforms for API discovery. For this demo, I will use Kong. In Kong, I presently have about 8 API setup. Let me begin by adding this gateway in, along with some credentials to authenticate to the gateway's admin API. So now the integration of gateway requires these fields. So the first field is just a unique identifier which we'll be using, and then a display name for the gateway. Some valuable description which we can add to the gateway. We add that, and then let's select the provider as Kong for us. And the next field would be the dynamic client registration endpoint. So this particular DCR endpoint will be used to create applications which can talk to the gateway. Let's also add the credentials which are required by the DCR endpoint to create the applications. Now the next one would be the authentication mechanism to be used for the gateway. In our case, we will use basic auth, but we also have options for OAuth and API key. So let's use basic auth for now. So we have posted that, and the API sync property, basically we want to sync APIs periodically. So this determines what is the schedule we're going to use to sync API periodically from the API gateway. Now I'm hitting save to create the integration process. Now the integration is started successfully, but status is still queued, mainly because we need some time to create the job to fetch all the APIs and on the backend. So that will take around anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So let's give it some time for it to happen. Okay, now the gateway has been successfully integrated. The next step would be to check if all our APIs has been successfully synced as well. So we can see the list of APIs which have synced from the above mentioned gateway. Now let's go back to gateways. We have to create a portal now. So what is a portal? A portal is the client-facing website where you can showcase your products with the rate plans attached, and the clients can come and subscribe to them and start using your APIs. Now, if you see the fields needed here, again you need a unique identifier for your portal. a display name for the same, and a slogan which you can showcase in your client portal as well. Again, like your client portal needs a unique logo, so that can be put here and it can be customized as well. And you can also select which color you want. I'm going to leave it to the default. And here are the advanced editing you can do with your client portal, which is basically you can modify the the script header, footer, and the CSS override. In our case, you'll just add some headers to this and click on save to create the portal. The portal process will take some time for it to become successful because it needs to provision the portal as a static website and make it available and create a URL as well. So once it is successful, you should be able to see the site URL as well. Let's give it some time. Now the portal has been successfully created and we can see the website URL as well. So this will be the automatically provisioned website URL. You can put a load balancer or a route on top of this and redirect it to your preferred URL. So now the next step is to create a log producer. So this will be used to either fetch or push data into Kafka topic. So the data being the gateway log. So in full, you'll be giving us the details and we'll be able to fetch data from that location and put it into Kafka topic. In push, basically you will be the one who will be pushing the data into Kafka. So I'm selecting push for now for the Kong. So since it was already a Kong gateway, so we are getting the steps needed to do this. So the first thing is we have to install this particular plugin in Kong to basically push the API logs into Kafka topic. Now these are the details of the topic and the Bootstrap server and the credentials which we can use. So now if you just give submit, it should basically download the API key for the Bootstrap server details. Let's just save that. So once that is saved, we should be seeing this particular log producer type as push and the producer platform as Kafka. Now the status is clear because we need to go set this API key, secret and the credentials into that particular Kong plugin. So we will go set it up and the backend, and after that we will observe what is the status here. Now the Kong plugin is configured to send data into Kafka. So now with this, the gateway integration is successful. Now the next part is basically we have to bundle our APIs into meaningful business products, so which can enable the customers to basically subscribe to them and start using them. So in our case, what we'll be doing is first we'll be creating 3 products. The first one will be called Open Banking. Let's add some description to it. Now the product image is basically what will be the image shown for the product in the client portal. So we are just giving some image here, and the hero image is again what is the image will be shown inside the product. Now you can add some external documentation links for your API spec and things like that if you have. In our case, we already have APIs which have synced, so we'll just directly select them here. So if you see here, we can select all the listed APIs are available. We can select all of them or like only particularly some of them which make sense for this particular business unit, that we can select here. So let me select some around 5 to make sense for us here. Okay, so now I'm just adding some tags to go with it, and the visibility is whether you want this product to be visible in your client portal. Sometimes you can choose to make it protected and make it visible only for certain people with certain roles. Now I'm just giving save here. Again, the product creation will take anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes, mainly to merge the API specs which you have already associated with each API and create a product spec out of it. So in the meantime, I will go create another product. In this case, I'll select all of them and also add some tags and keep it public and then save it. Okay, the first one has already been successful, so second one is queued happening. So let's go create the third one in the meantime. Let me select one. Okay, let's add some tags here and save it. This product is also created, but the status is queued. It will get created in some time. In the meantime, since our product is already added, let's go create some billing plans for that. So the billing plan creation needs what is the name of the billing plan you want to keep. So in our case, I'll go with basic, some description around it. Now the next is what are the products I want to associate this billing plans with. So I'm just going to select all of them. And how do you want the plan configuration to be? So fixed means you just give a fixed amount. There is no metering, nothing. So in our case, I want to go with usage here. And in usage, you have 3 different options. Per unit pricing, that is based on each unit you assign a price. Graduated pricing is based on set up some limits for your usage so that in each limit you have a particular rate attached with it. And volume is basically depends on how many, rather than doing per unit, you do a volume based thing. So basically you can determine for this particular volume how much, and gradually increase it based on the number of volumes they consume. So if you see here, we are going to go with graduated pricing. So the first thing would be what is the first unit and what is the last unit. By default, it assumes infinity. So here we'll go with 1000, and per unit price, let's keep it as 009, and let's add from 1001 to 3000 as 0.007, and similarly from 3000 to 5000 as 0.005. Now the USD currency USD billing period is monthly, and the billing unit is API calls. So you can also have a custom service unit which you want if you can define here. But for now we will be selecting only the API call. So you can have again what is the application expression you want to do with monthly window, right? So you can do a count, sum, min, max. So in our case we are just going to go with count, and also add some filters if you need. So we just do that and save it. So the basic plan has been created successfully. Similarly, let's add a couple of other plans. Again, this we will add it to all the three products. Keep it as usages. Per unit, graduated pricing again. I want to add 1000, 008, which is 3000. I will add, and then here from 3000 towards infinity I'll keep and add 004. Again, USD monthly, I want to keep it as API calls and all those defaults, so I'm just going to save it. Now this job here is done. We have created the products and the billing plans and everything. Let's go to the client portal and see how it works. So I'm just going to click on that. Okay, this is the client portal. We have, if you can see, this is the home page, and we have the logo and the slogan which we have created and all of them. So let's just click on the products to view the available products for us. So we have different products here, which can be filtered based on the APIs, names, etc. So we're just giving it. And if you want, let's go inside Connect 360. You see what do we have here? We have the product image and the hero image, and the details we have given about the product. So if you want to look at the API spec for this product, which can be seen in the API docs page. So if you take a look at it, these are the API specs. So this has been created based on merging all the available API specs. So you can download it here as well. Now let's go over quickly to the pricing. So that both the plans which were created have been attached here. So we can select one of them and give subscribe here. In our case, we'll go with essential. So the details needed to create a subscription is just the subscription name. In this case, I'm giving its name, and subscription auto renew to make sure that it renews after every month. So we can disable this if you do not want the auto renew option. So next step, so we can optionally set up some alerts here if you want. The name, threshold, email, webhooks. We support both email and webhook alerts. So in our case, we're not going to do anything here. So I'm just going to delete and give next. And similarly, what are the the billing details, address, city, all of this to generate the invoice. So I'm just giving subscribe here for now. So we have been successfully subscribed. So this subscription, again, the status is queued. It will take around 1 to 2 minutes for it to become successful. Now the subscription has been successfully provisioned. So the next step would be to create some credentials for the subscription. We have to go to action, click on view credentials. So right now there are no credentials. So let us make some new applications here. Now this application creation would happen through the DCR endpoint which we have previously allocated in the gateway integration. Now let me add some details around the application. The logo I'm giving it as default for now. Subscription, if you see, we have the ZPay subscription which we created by default. So let us just change the URL so that the application may be created successfully. Okay, so the application type would be web, and the environment is production. So you can choose non-production, production if you want. The response type is access token, authorization code will be the grant type, and endpoint auth method with the client secret code. So we have different options available for different types of DCR endpoint creation. So I'm going to just click create. So we have created this application. Similarly, let's create 2 other applications. Keeping all defaults here. Yes, I'm created a third application as well. So once applications have been created, if you click action and view credential, you can see the API key and the secret should be created for this application. So this can be used to talk to the gateway and authenticate yourself. Now the next step is to use these credentials and post some messages to the gateway so that we can check the real-time billing aspect. So now in the background we will be posting some API messages. Now we will be making the API requests in the backend here. So I'm just created Python script to make that. So let me do that. And we'll be making a request to using each application here. So search for it, and I can suggest how many requests I'm going to make. So this is running in the same server. So we're just going to click now, like how many requests you want to make, and click enter. Okay, we have made 1500 calls. Similarly, let's make some requests for other applications as well. Right. Finally, for the third application. Okay, we made different API calls using different applications. So let's go back to the client portal and see how we have that. Now that we have sent some API requests, let's go find out what is the billing we are seeing in real time. As you can see, my usage here is in real time down to the minute. The split is based on the applications I have used and how many calls I have made, and this is the total grand total, and it should be the estimated cost for the month. Now these two are just a demonstration of how it will look, but not the actual data. So, but this is how a graph would look as well when we are having enough data. Note that the Apinomy can send throttling signals to the gateway if I were assigned a prepaid quota. In fact, this billing and usage data can also be sent to Stripe, Recurly, or other subscription billing providers as well. So that concludes most of the demo, except for the final feature. We will go back to the Apinomy website, and just in case, so we can see what are the apps which you have created in the client side as well here as a holistic view, and similarly what is the subscription. Now, finally, Apinomy generates a wealth of data insights based on signals in your API log data and the actual state of monetization. Note that you can configure Apinomy to ignore sensitive data. We are specifically interested in tracking revenue and governance scores. This is a sample dashboard highlighting various possible metrics. In ecosystem metrics, we have the holistic view of different entities in Apinomy: total API products, active subscriptions, active users, total companies, and total API calls. Under revenue metrics, we have the monthly recurring revenue for all the products, average revenue per product, average revenue per user, average revenue per subscription, and average revenue per company. Next, we can have the monthly revenue over time, which gives us an idea as to how the revenue is trending over time. Similarly, top 5 products by various entities like revenue, API calls, subscriptions, and users. Along the same lines, top 5 companies by revenue, by API calls, by subscription, and by users. Finally, we can have the engagement metrics of users who are interacting with the website. Average session time per user, average time to onboard the user, average time to first subscription for a user, and average monthly active users. Finally, to conclude, Apinomy is real revenue from APIs. It allows you to source and productize APIs effortlessly, make your own billing models around a variety of metrics, so not just the standard API units, but custom metrics you can define by yourself. It supports both prepaid and postpaid usage, and it seamlessly integrates with all your available API gateways, and also you can integrate with your own payment gateway system. These are the features of the Apinomy. In addition to this, future versions of Apinomy will also support data monetization around the Postgres protocol. We will have more exciting news. But for now, Apinomy provides very exciting opportunities in real-time billing for APIs and is the only multiple gateway multi-cloud usage billing product. This enables creating a comprehensive monetization and revenue plan for your APIs. Apinomy is presently in private beta. You can get in touch with us for a detailed demo as well as help towards implementing your use case. Thank you.